Hello and welcome to On the Mat with Lydia. That's me. And whatever has brought you to your yoga practice today, you are very welcome here. Today is day one of our stressless 10-day yoga journey, and our theme for the day is ground. So this practice of grounding is all about coming back to earth, coming back to your body, coming back to this present moment awareness that really allows you to stay focused on what's happening here and now, so that your energy isn't getting drained by all these anxieties about things to come in the future. So whenever you're ready, let's get on the mat. Let's start out in a seated position. So please make your way to a comfortable seat if you're not already there. Take a moment to rock around, find that sweet spot at the center of your sits bones. And then lifting up nice and tall, dropping your shoulders back and down. Maybe closing your eyes if that feels safe and comfortable for you, or finding a soft gaze towards the floor. Allowing yourself to arrive in this place of stillness so that you can begin to really center into this practice today. Letting go of the day so far, letting go of any to-do lists or plans to come, and giving yourself permission to be fully rooted here in the present moment. Aware of your body in this space. Aware of your breath in your body. And as you tune in to this rhythm of your breathing in and out through your nose, allowing yourself to fully arrive here today, knowing that this time on your mat is just for you. Let's take a few more rounds of breath here. Into your nose, maybe out through your nose or mouth. Now together, let's take one more inhale. Let it out with a sigh or a sound. And from your seated position here, bring your awareness down into your sits bones, those two little bony protrusions that are rooting down into the mat. Feel yourself really connected to the earth. Hips and legs are heavy, rooting down. And then with your next inhale, start to move through your spine, bringing your heart forward, draw your shoulders back. As you exhale, tuck your chin as you round your spine. Again, inhaling to bring your heart forward, lifting your chest, and exhaling to round your spine back, hugging your navel in. With your breath, inhaling forward to your cow shape, and exhaling back into that cat shape. And taking just a few more rounds on your own here, beginning to move into your body, move with your breath. And bringing this intention of presence into every movement, every posture on your mat here today. At the bottom of your next exhale, begin to make your way back to that nice tall spine, lifting up through the crown of your head. With your next inhale, sweep your arms out and up. As you exhale, arms come forward as your head bows down. Find a little forward fold towards the mat. Keeping your hips rooted down and back as you reach your heart forward. Breathing into all this space around the back body, the sides of your waist. And let's take another inhale right here, rooted to the earth. And exhale completely. As you inhale, start to come back up to that nice tall spine. Keeping your hands planted, let's rock over onto hands and knees, coming into tabletop position. So take a moment here to really arrive in this shape. Planting down through your palms, spreading your fingers wide so that you can almost claw down through the fingertips. And then anchoring down as well through the shins, maybe the tops of the feet, feeling yourself lifted up away from the mat. Then shifting some weight over towards your left leg. Take an inhale, send your right leg back behind you, start to find your balance. Dropping your right hip down so that's about in line with your left. Feeling the strength of that back leg as it reaches towards the back of your mat. Then maybe if you want to add on by reaching your left arm forward, let's take a big inhale here, find length through the spine, and stay for your exhale. Again, let's find an inhale here. As you exhale, drop your left hand to the mat, keep that right leg lifted. Tucking your left toes, let's take an inhale on the knee. As you exhale, bring your right knee to your nose. As you do, lift your left knee off the floor. Push through your hands around through the spine. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, step that right foot to the top of your mat. Left knee gently comes down to the floor. Take a moment here to wiggle through the hips as you arrive in your low lunge. And let's bring some awareness into that right foot. So rooting down through the big toe and the outer heel of that right foot, really pushing down into the floor so that you feel this energy moving all the way up through that right leg into the right hip. Then from that support, let's plant that left hand as well. Take your next inhale to sweep your right arm open, turn the chest. Exhale, settling into your twist. So these parts of your body that are touching the floor, especially the right foot, the left hand, are really pushing up and out. So you have both this grounding, this rooting into the earth, and this lift up and out. For your last breath here in this twist, maybe you'd like to bring your right hand behind your head and lean back into this shape a little bit more. Taking an inhale here. As you exhale, slowly unwind. Both hands frame the right foot. As you inhale, drop your hips, lift your heart in your lunge. As you exhale, rock your hips back. Begin to straighten through that right leg. Hands can walk back with you as you keep shifting your hips back, drawing your heart forward. And then maybe you start to fold over that right thigh any amount. Again, bringing some awareness to those parts of your body that are connecting you to the earth. These aspects of the pose that are keeping you strong, supported, stable as you drop into this stretch. And as always, finding your breath here, let's stay for one more inhale. And exhale. As you inhale, please rebend your front knee, come back towards your lunge. Let's tuck those back toes, start to lift the back knee. Dropping your inner left heel down towards the mat, let's set up for warrior two. Before you rise, really root down into your feet, right toes pointing forward, left toes pointing out. Then take an inhale to sweep your arms up, rise into your warrior two. As you exhale, settle into this shape. We'll stay for 3 rounds of breath here. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Keep anchoring down through the feet as you inhale. Exhale for 2. One more here, inhale, and exhale for 3. Beautiful, inhale in your warrior two. As you exhale, hands pinwheel to the mat. Let's step it back into downward facing dog. Just passing through here for today, but if it feels nice, you can start to take some movement. Maybe bending one knee then the other, pedaling the heels. Maybe shaking the hips or the head a little bit side to side. Let's take one more inhale here, downward facing dog. As you exhale, lightly land your knees on the mat. Plant the palms underneath the shoulders. And let's come back to that tabletop position. Beautiful. Finding length here as the crown of your head reaches forward, tailbone reaches back. And then starting to shift some weight over towards that right shin, really push down into that right leg. Then with an inhale, send your left leg back, let it hover any amount off the floor. If you want to add on, a right arm will reach forward as well, finding your spinal balance here. So feeling all the length here as you reach out through your leg, maybe your arm, and then feeling all that strength at the center of your body that's holding you up, that's keeping you supported. Really lean into that strength here. Let's take another inhale. As you exhale, start to lower that right hand. Please keep the left leg lifted. Tucking your right toes, take an inhale here. As you exhale, lift the back knee as left knee comes to nose, lifting the navel, rounding your spine like cat. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, step your left foot up to the top of your mat. Right knee will gently come down to the floor, low lunge. Taking a moment to maybe wiggle around a little bit as you land into this lunge shape today. And finding both hands framing that left foot pushing down into the earth. Anchoring through that right hand as well, take your next inhale to sweep your left arm open. As you exhale, find your twist. Gently hugging your shoulder blades together behind your heart here, so that you can really find this lift of the chest, this wingspan through the arms. And if you'd like for the last breath here, that left hand can come behind your head, leaning back into this shape just a little bit more. Let's take an inhale here. As you exhale, slowly unwind your twist, frame that left foot. Inhale, drop your hips, send your heart forward. Exhale, send your hips back as you start to straighten through that left leg. Keeping a softness to that left knee and really anchoring down through that left heel. Almost imagining that your left heel could drag back towards you. And then as you send the hips back, lengthening your heart forward, maybe starting to fold over that left thigh. Breathing into whatever sensations might arise here for you today. And being nice and gentle with this stretch. Finding a little grace with that left hamstring, which might still be kind of waking up a little bit more here. So let's stay for another breath in. And let it out. With your inhale, rebend your front knee, come back towards your lunge. This time though, let's tuck the back toes and lift the back knee. Root down through your inner right heel, setting up for warrior two once again in the legs. Once you feel rooted down into the mat, then take an inhale to rise up and find warrior two. No rush with that transition here. Take your time to come up. And as you land in your warrior two, let's stay for 3 rounds of breath. Inhale. Exhale 1. Relaxing fingers and toes. Inhale. Exhale 2. Gently drawing your navel in as you inhale. And exhale for 3. Beautiful. As you inhale, start to straighten through your front leg. As you exhale, turn all 10 toes towards that long edge of your mat. Hands can find your hips. So now we're in this wide-legged stance here. Feet are wide enough apart that you can still feel stable standing here on the mat. Then turn your toes out, turn your heels in, let your knees follow the line of the toes. Take an inhale to stand a little taller. As you exhale, bend your knees and send your hips straight down towards your heels, coming towards your goddess squat. Now as we settle in here, we'll take a little bit of movement just to wake up the hips a little bit more. So with your next inhale, start to straighten the legs, maybe sweep your arms up. As you exhale, rebend your knees, get low, and let the hands come down. Again, inhaling to sweep your arms up, rise. Exhaling to sit down into that squat. Beautiful. One more time, inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower down into your squat, and this time let's hold here. So you might settle your hands onto your thighs just to bring in a little bit more of that grounding energy, rooting down towards the earth. If it feels more natural for you, hands can find your hips, your heart, whatever feels best. And as we stay for about 3 more rounds of breath, feel your feet anchored down, your tailbone reaching to the floor, but your chest staying lifted, spine nice and tall. Let's take another inhale right here. Please stay for your exhale. As you inhale, rise to stand, straightening the legs. As you exhale, turn all 10 toes towards that long edge of your mat so that feet are parallel. Hands to hips as you inhale to stand tall. Exhale, soften your knees and fold forward between your legs. Hands can stay on your hips or maybe lower down towards the mat, towards blocks. Maybe you grab onto your shins. Letting your legs stay strong to support you here, pushing through the feet, energy up into the hips, so that your upper body can kind of waterfall down towards the mat right there between the legs. And we'll stay for about 3 more rounds of breath here. Keeping your knees soft, letting your upper body hang heavy. Breathing into whatever sensations might arise. And let's take another breath in here and let it out. With your inhale, start to walk your hands back towards the top of your mat. All 10 toes point forward as you pass through your lunge. Then planting your palms, step back into your downward facing dog. Again, just passing through, but if you'd like to take some movement, please feel free to do so. When you're ready from your downward dog, start to lower your knees down to the mat. Big toes come together to kiss behind you, and hips shift back towards the heels as you melt down into your child's pose. Now, if child's pose is just not feeling great for the knees, the hips, the low back today, then instead you have the option to come to seated, reach your arms out, and take that forward fold, much like we did at the start of our practice. So doing whatever feels best for your body in this moment. Finding that place where you can really release into the support of the earth here. Letting go of any effort and allowing yourself to be held here in this space by your yoga mat. Know that it is enough just to be here. Breathing in your body, present in this moment. And let's stay for about 3 more rounds of breath here. With your next natural inhale, slowly start to make your way up towards hands and knees. Just passing through as you come to a seated position, bringing your bum to the mat and bringing your legs around in front of you. Once again, finding Sukhasana, your easy seat, as we pause for a final moment here on the mat. Sitting up nice and tall, dropping your shoulders back and down, perhaps closing your eyes or softening your gaze. And I invite you to bring your hands together in front of your heart, Anjali Mudra, sealing your practice today with a moment of gratitude, thanking yourself for making your way onto the mat today. And for taking this time to really be present with yourself and your needs. And I thank you so much for meeting me on the mat. Namaste. Be well.